Woo, woo. I feel like we were just live. Were we just live?
I also feel like we were
Were
just
we?
live.
Were
Were
we?
we? I don't remember. We're back.
We
And
back.
we back. We out here.
Chat, Aaron is not on to moderate for us today, so you have to tell us if our audio is garbage because I can't hear it. I don't know. So let us know. Hopefully a couple folks. It looks like Lover and maybe Opie's in the chat, so they should be able to tell me if my audio is garbage. But thank you for joining us for our second stream of the day. And we wanted to introduce everybody. So you know Brian and Kirsten and myself, but we also have Charlie.
Hello.
We've never had Charlie before. Charlie, tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at the Beckman Institute right now. I work with the Conservation Science Group for the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. My job is natural lands management. Well, that's my program. And my job kind of is all over the place, but it's focused on conservation land management. We have two properties that that we're responsible for. They're natural areas in San Diego County. One of them is here in the San Pasqual Valley, and the other's in South County. And I also manage a couple of projects for our Southwestern hub. So I'm co-managing a project, a collaboration with UC Davis that's focused on mountain lion conservation, and another project that's focused on red diamond rattlesnakes. And our trail camera network is part of our kind of biodiversity monitoring in the Biodiversity Reserve in the San Pasqual Valley and our other and the San Mataguma Ranch, which is in the South County property. So these videos are all from here in the San Pasqual Valley in North County.
Yeah, so we're going to look at some pretty cool stuff today. Also, chat, you guys are just already screwing me over, and we're not even
Just
3 minutes
going
into this.
for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely going for it.
So Charlie can't see, and Charlie's never been on a Twitch channel before, so some of this we'll have to describe. But basically, the folks in the chat can use what we call channel points, and they get those as they watch, and they kind of automatically accrue, and they can use them to buy things to make us do things. And one of those things is hydrate. So we did just have Opie redeem hydrate, which means you have to drink whatever you have. So if you have some water, if you have a beverage, some tea, now's the time. There you go. Yeah.
Go.
Totally on it. Hydration is key.
It is so key. And then because Eddie has decided to hate me, a baby elephant scream has been redeemed. So thanks a lot, Eddie. I'm trying to remember what Zuli and Micaiah sounded like when they were little babies, because it's like a very bizarre, like a... I tried. Okay.
Well,
That was good.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
That was pretty close. And just more background info, Charlie. Everyone in the chat can redeem a sound, and whatever sound they want to make us make, we got to do it. They'll tell us. So hopefully, I don't know. Everyone's kind of starting kind of violent with that one, so we'll see what happens for the rest of the segment.
Yeah, no chill in the chat today.
Thanks for bringing me up to speed. Little known fact about me: I'm from the Stone Age, the Neolithic. So even though I'm up to speed on things like agriculture and pottery, Twitch is a little bit outside of my realm of experience.
But listen, if Dr. Ryder can do it, then you can totally do it.
Yes.
That guy's cool, or what are you talking about?
He's cool. Every time I see him now, he's like, has the Twitcherverse been asking about me? Where are my Twitchers? I'm like, you're adorable and I love you and you're great.
Ollie's amazing.
Yeah. Ollie's great. We need to have Ollie back on the stream now that we've kind of got a different fan base too. I think that they would enjoy it. He's fun.
I agree.
Awesome. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. Usually for these streams, we do Wildwatch, which is an online program where we go through trail cam photos and we kind of help scientists ID the animals that we see there. So we've done that with burrowing owls. We've done that with animals in Kenya. And so today the difference is Charlie has webcams that are set up in the Biodiversity Reserve in Escondido. And that's up here in California for you Italians, mostly looking at Opie. But we are just going to go through his trail cam footage, which is kind of fun because we'll have more control. And a lot of it is video, so it's really cool. It's totally stuff we've never seen before. And Charlie is just a giant wealth of knowledge. So we're really excited to do this and teach you guys about some local wildlife that we have here. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. It's cool, like, to go through all the stuff that's just like in our own backyard,
Yes.
Yeah, very close to
Super
home.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially since most people's experience in in natural California, Southern California ecosystems is like going out and hiking during the day. And so many of these animals are nocturnal or don't really like to be around people a lot. I was surprised at some of the things that popped up in the biodiversity reserve, and I had a pretty decent idea what was going to be out there to begin with.
Yeah, we're going to see some cool stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any opinions on what we're going to start with? We've got some stuff you've heard of, some stuff you haven't heard of. So let's see: squirrel, deer, fox, rodent, skunk, birds, rabbit, golden eagle, coyote, and bobcat. Any opinions on where we start?
You know what I'm gonna choose.
I feel like I
Like,
don't.
Come on.
Fox?
Cats?
Oh.
Cats?
Cats.
I'm not obsessed with cats, people. I do like cats.
I just for a second thought like she's gonna go to tigers, and then I'm like, oh wait a minute, there's no tigers in these folders.
Yeah, can you show me tiger stuff? Oh, and before we get to into this, thank you, DE. I'm just gonna give you that nickname for the donation. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is awesome.
Yeah, we don't have any polar bears on this stream today, but yeah. All right, well, we'll do that then. Why don't we start with bobcat, because that's fun.
Cool.
And we'll just dive in. So I'll just start at the top and we'll work our way down because we've got quite a lot of content in here. But let's see what we've got. Ooh, it's a
Nighttime,
ghost.
Bobby.
I feel like we're starting
It's
our
a
day with a
ghost.
ghost, which is I'm not going to do ghost for
A
everything
ghost
on
already?
here because we kind of control
yeah.
ghost, right, in this situation. So I'm not going to do ghost every single time. That seems kind of heinous, but
We should have made a ghost folder.
oh my gosh, we should.
Oh, wet kitty.
Oh, I love this.
That's a recent one, 226. And as people in Southern California know, we've gotten a lot of rain.
Yeah.
How do they handle all that rain? I mean, they're not used to it
Yeah.
either.
The animals?
Yeah.
Well, you saw that one. He just did a little
A
shake.
little shake. He's like, this is weird.
Done. Yeah.
That's so cute. And so bobcats are about like what size-ish?
They're a little bigger than a house cat. Yeah.
So not huge.
There's some big models out there. But yeah, not huge.
Cool.
And you can see the bobtail. That's kind of one of the big characteristics. There's another cool characteristic that I'll point out when we see one from the back.
Oh, I think I saw
Daytime.
this. Whoops.
Oh,
Get to see some fun
nice.
behaviors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scent
This-
marking.
This footage looks so nice. I know I've seen it before, but like, just got to point that out. It looks so clear.
We got some nice cameras.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Oh my god.
Pretty high definition. I think it's for people who do video stuff. So 1080p at 60 frames per second.
That's awesome.
Ryan, is that good?
Yeah, I love
Right.
that.
It's decent. Yeah.
It's
And-
decent.
and-
Give me 4K, but 1080, we can live with that. Yeah.
My next ones will be 4K. The next
Ooh.
camera purchase will be
That's
4K.
amazing.
That'll be nice.
There's a balancing act with the video, like the file size versus the image quality. So for
100%.
he's on the hunt.
Ooh.
Okay, so that the thing I wanted to point out, you see the white spots on the back of the ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another good way to tell bobcats. A lot of times our images are nighttime and they can be a little more blurry. They're an infrared. So
Is the white spots on the back of their ears similar to like a tiger with eyes? It's supposed to like mimic like eyes in the back of their head. So when an animal sees them, they're like, oh, okay, they're looking at me.
it could be. They definitely kind of look like eye spots. I haven't read any papers about that, but yeah, like when basically like if you're what you're making is a hypothesis. So I'm a scientist, and I'm going to get nerdy.
Do it.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you're making a hypothesis about like a trait that has function, that has like gives them an adaptive advantage. So I'm not really sure if that's the case or not, but it's a cool idea. It definitely looks like eyes.
Charlie, the chat
Yeah.
is coming for you now. It's your turn. They would like you to make a bobcat sound.
Man, I have no idea what sound. I'm gonna guess they make cat sounds.
Cat. Well,
So I've never gotten a sound. I've never like investigated this. I don't study bobcats, but I could try to make a cat sound.
I think you try, and then I'll go look up what they actually sound like, and we'll compare the
Yeah,
two.
that's yep, that works.
There you go.
Yeah.
Meow.
I mean, they are smaller cats, so
Yeah.
they meow and stuff. Like, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, the bobcat
I
scream.
think they scream, you guys.
Bobcat
I think they
scream?
scream.
No way.
Have you never heard them?
Hang on,
They're
here we go.
crazy.
I'll get my... I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Let's see.
Can you hear anything?
No.
Okay, hang on. I may have to... This is just going to be annoying. You're going to have to go with it. I got to figure out how to make the sound out loud in the world.
No, we have to hear it. It's amazing.
You are not
Why don't
ready.
you just pull it up on your phone?
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
There we go.
I'm so dumb.
You can do it faster.
I will figure this out. It'll be fine. Bobcat Sounds. Hang on, I'm checking out the incredible, yeah. Let's see, Bobcat Sounds. I just feel like this is something we need to do to understand what is going to happen. Oh, here we go. Okay, see if you guys can hear this.
I was way off.
So I think you might have been a little off.
That's intense.
Might have
Well,
been a
that's
little off.
one bobcat sound.
One bobcat.
The
Yeah.
other sound is meow.
I mean, they probably make multiple noises or sounds like other animals.
There
I don't
is a
think you're
bobcat
wrong.
somewhere that makes the sound that Charlie
Yeah.
made. And all the other bobcats think he's weird.
Brookie B says, "I'm impressed, Charlie." There's
Thanks, Bricky B.
Oh, that's awesome. But we've seen him in the daytime and we've seen him at the nighttime. So are they, we learned this word today, crepuscular, like a little bit of both? Do you know?
Yeah, well, what I've seen is bobcats at any time of day. But yeah, crepuscular. A lot of mammals are crepuscular, and like the deer are a really good example. Mule deer, they're most active in that period right around sunrise and sunset.
See if I can find some fun stuff in here. It looks like a lot of scent marking, a lot of hanging out.
Mm-hmm. These are all from the same camera, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that.
So if you click around, you might find some different cameras. I've definitely gotten them on other sites.
Let's see. That looks fun. Let's try this.
They're so pretty. Their markings. I just like them.
Opie said, "Wow, that's
Ooh.
great video. Definitely good video, Opie." What? So Opie has been tracking some wolf packs in Tuscany, in Italy.
Oh,
for
very
studies.
cool.
Yeah. So Opie, let us know in the chat what kind of cameras and stuff you're using. But this is all. I'm sure this all looks pretty familiar to you.
I think the big Italian wolf scientist is Luigi Boitani. I've read a bunch of his papers and books. Yeah, really, really neat.
Got some
Oh,
action
cool.
shots.
Opie's gonna love that.
Yeah.
What's this?
Ooh.
Same camera still, same location.
They just really like this one location, I guess?
We'd have to look at the dates. There's definitely kind of patterns, like if one cat will be hanging out in the same area, going back and forth. There's a different
This is
spot.
I was gonna say a different view. Oh,
What a
hunting.
great landscape shot.
Isn't that cool? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So some of the I call them camera sets, like the locations where you put cameras. That last spot is a really tight little corridor. It's a trail, and they're almost always going to get them passing by quickly. But it's fun when you have a bigger open landscape and you can actually catch some behavior. I've gotten some hunting with bobcats, and I'm not sure if those videos are in here, but of a bobcat, taking down a rabbit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And missing on a couple of wood rats.
Very cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Trying to think what looks like it might be hunting. Trying to see from these teeny tiny thumbnails that my old lady eyes can't see.
That's a little stalking.
So do we have a
Oh.
pretty
Oh, look
healthy
at the
population of these bobcats, or are you just noticing a few different specific individuals?
That's a really good question. We probably could tell individuals apart. Generally, with trail cameras, it's more scent marking there. With trail cameras, you need some sort of identifying, some sort of unique characteristic of the animal to be able to tell that the same one has passed by. There's one bobcat that has kind of like a squinty eye.
Oh, I saw that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
we saw it.
He passed by a few times, so that's a characteristic. And spotted animals, you know, I'll bet you their stripes are unique. But I haven't really dug that deep into it. The first idea with setting up the trail cameras was just to get a checklist, a species checklist, because like cameras are really only going to tell you this animal passed by this location at this time, unless you put them up in ways that you can get a bigger sample. Like if you wanted to say like there's this many bobcats like in this area, you'd need to sample it a lot more thoroughly.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty cool. Since he brought this up earlier about hunting, Charlie, Opie said that he has video of a male wolf with a boar head in his mouth.
Crazy.
Pretty interesting footage to get hold of.
That's intense.
That's very
yeah.
cool.
Nature's metal.
Yes,
It's so metal.
for sure.
I was trying to find the original folder because I really wanted to look at. That's the one I made, but where's the one you made?
Well, you're definitely a contributor to it, so you're added as an editor, so you should be able to.
I think this is what I was looking for. Yeah, because while we're on the subject of cats, I figured we could see some big cats.
Ooh, big
Oh yes.
Yes.
Do the color one
The color
for sure.
one? Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that's the best puma video that I've ever gotten.
I almost fell out of my seat the first time I saw this.
Oh yeah, this
It's
is, y'all got to get ready for
Yes.
this because this is the
Incredible.
coolest footage ever. Yeah.
So intense.
So pretty.
Look at that face.
Out of control.
Yeah, pretty cool.
So
So
cool.
is that something that would just be like just a absolute stroke of luck to get something like that, or
Yeah, this location, you can see a little bit. It's in the bottom of a canyon. It's actually a little bench, like a little shelf that's just over where the water flows. Well, water's flowing now, and I'd noticed some tracks and some scrapes down there. About 2 years ago, I started moving cameras around and trying to get the right angle. I've gotten a bunch of mountain lions passing through, not necessarily different individuals, but a lot of passing back and forth through here. And it's kind of like on the outer edge of the Biodiversity Reserve. And so I played around with the camera location to get that. This is actually the exact same spot. And you can see this lion. This is a whole year and a half or 2 years earlier, but this lion's scratching there. And so there was something about that spot they liked. And I had gotten them, like further away from the back from another set where I'd put it on that dead snag you can see in the back. And
That's so
that
cool.
is incredible. It's amazing and terrifying knowing that they're just like right in our backyard.
yeah,
You know?
these are just a couple of the daytime ones. They're primarily going to be active at night. And it's just incredible that they're here at all. Like there was a bounty on mountain lions in California up until the early 1960s. That means you get paid money to go and shoot them.
That's so
Oh, wow.
sad.
Isn't that crazy? Like,
That is crazy.
and now they're protected. We're the only Western state that doesn't have a hunting season for mountain lions. But there's just a whole bunch of different things that threaten them. And in Southern California, the main threat is habitat fragmentation and freeways, like not only just getting run over, but the freeways actually isolate populations and they keep them from being able to disperse. They keep them from being able to like keep up genetic diversity that's essential for their survival.
Yeah, because you think if you've got an interstate running this way and then one this way and then one this way, now that you've got this triangle where if you cross, you die. So everything stays here and never kind of mixes in with everything else.
Yeah, exactly. And so you get inbreeding, you get a lot of like interspecies fighting. So where like older males are fighting with younger males and sometimes even killing each other. And so then there's all these different that with the vehicle strikes and human wildlife conflict stuff. There's just a lot of challenges that they have. So
Look at
they're
this
a
ghost
super
kitty.
adaptable species. They go all the way from the Yukon like along the Pacific side of the United States all the way down to Patagonia.
Oh, they're everywhere. I'm
Yeah.
actually originally from Michigan, and they've spotted them there before at
Mhm.
points in life. Like, they're all over.
Yeah,
they're
historically they go
amazing,
all the way
though.
through to the East Coast.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so cool. It's
They are
actually
neat, aren't
perfect.
they?
Yeah. Did you see, Charlie, did you see any of that video? I think I saw it kind of circulating around on the news this morning. Somewhere in East County was driving by and there was a mountain lion that had just got a deer. I don't know if you saw that, but
Yeah.
it was
Mhm.
like right on the shoulder of the
It was
road.
so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was in Alpine.
Alpine, okay.
Yeah, somebody's calling me. I think it's actually the person who sent me that video.
Is it important?
No, it's okay. I'll call him back.
Look at those teeth. Oh, what a cool shot.
Yeah, so you can see tick stars too. See those little
Yeah.
spots?
Mm.
That's where ticks have latched on.
Ooh.
Yeah, this guy looks like a bruiser. He's got you can see a big scar on his face too.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
How big of an issue are ticks to mountain lions? Like, is it just an annoyance or could it kill them?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's a great question. We do have a team that's working on mountain lion diseases. I haven't heard anything specifically of tick-borne diseases, but that's a cool question.
Ooh. Little snack.
So that's a collard. Yeah, collard mountain lion feeding
Ooh,
on
a
deer.
snack?
Deer, that's their bread and butter. That's the main thing that they want to be after. But we have seen a lot of like coyotes and as prey, even things like ducks and opossums.
Wow.
So they're pretty adaptive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So what is maybe the official thing to do if you are hiking? Someone said they'd be scared hiking and to see one of these. What is the official kind of protocol, I guess,
I mean,
if you
I
are
think
hiking and see one?
the one thing to keep in mind. So that's a good question. I would say just like make some noise, look big, stand up straight. I think it's very, very, mountain lion attacks are extremely rare. So generally they want to stay hidden, and they're out there. Like they're in these places that we recreate, and they're there and they're keeping a low profile because they don't want to mess.
Mm-hmm. Good to know.
I think it's a lot like sharks, like being curious of something and not being so sure of like what it is, where a lot of attacks happen. At least from like my understanding and reading about it, like they don't know sometimes, They're like, okay, what is this person doing or whatever? But like you said, they like to keep a low profile and just kind of watch, Like they see you like more than we see them.
So did you see in that video how there was
Did I just see two? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think the relationship is between those two?
I'm guessing mom and cub.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, normally won't they
they
stay
don't
with
generally
mom
hang
for
out.
like a couple years? I know they get pretty big before they really separate.
18 months.
Yeah.
That's a large cub.
Yeah, for sure. There it is again. That's the same pair.
So,
That's so cool.
mom is collared and cub is not in this situation?
That's right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
This
So
is
when it comes to, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's so cool. I would love going through this all the time, just like being surprised
Yeah.
of what I'm capturing because you don't know until you look at it. And you're like, oh, this is so cool. Like we got a mountain lion today on the cam. Like, so cool.
But how often, Charlie, are you just going through and it's nothing, false trigger, nothing?
Yeah, a lot. So that's false triggers happen for a whole bunch of reasons, but they're, sometimes just vegetation moving in front of the camera will set it off. Sometimes like even just getting too hot. So I definitely sometimes we'll get a card back and it'll just be full of false triggers and we're using like machine learning, like artificial intelligence, to actually go through and start to sort some of our images. We have that folder.
Yeah, we have a game for that here in a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, as fun as it is to stay on mountain lions, we have a lot of animals to get through. So
Yeah.
We haven't even looked at the skunks. I think they're so cool.
I was just gonna
There's-
ask, what's your favorite, Charlie?
I made a mistake.
I
Do you even have one?
I don't want to give it away
Oh, okay.
because I want to see if people can tell.
I mean,
Tell
the skunk footage that I have seen that you've showed us before was super neat. Like, I know, like, a lot of people would probably think it's just a skunk, but, like, it's cool. They're unique and unique.
They are cool. They're really interesting. They're carnivores. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh.
Yes, too.
And I'm going to give it away. There's 2 species. Not here. This is one species. Do you know what these are called?
American skunks.
American skunk. These are striped skunks. I was gonna say that.
I was about to
said
say,
it.
well, and I was thinking, isn't it kind of like hyenas have the striped and the spotted, and then there's striped and spotted skunks, I think?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
And the spotteds are a lot less common, at least in this area.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh, what is
He's got something.
That's something there.
Yeah.
That little trot.
Oh, I want.
Is it a little bunny?
It looks like
I
a
haven't
bunny,
I think it's a
Oh.
baby
Yeah.
bunny.
Baby bunny.
Oh.
which is crazy because when I think of skunks, I don't think of them as like hunting rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Look at him go. He's so proud of himself too.
He's
Sweetest
very proud of
predation I've ever
himself.
seen.
So this camera has given it's been pretty amazing. The first year that I set it up, there was a family of foxes that lived somewhere close by because they were going back and forth, sometimes like 6 times a day. And at some point, the mom started provisioning for the kids, and so she was carrying just like dead everything. It was fierce. All kinds of rabbits and ground squirrels, wood rats, even birds. And then
That's
the
so cool.
kittens, the kits started hunting too. So it was
that's
pretty
cool.
It was really neat. There was a lot of cool footage.
Are they
That is
strictly carnivores? Do they eat any other materials, or is it just meat?
I'm not sure.
I'm so curious
Um,
about that. I just didn't even know that they ate meat, so I'm kind of losing it.
I'm guessing that they'll eat other things too. So this picture, there's a couple of weird things about this picture. Right? First of all, you have a skunk that's following a fox. So that's actually a behavior that I showed this to the mammologist at the Natural History Museum, and he goes, "Oh yeah, sometimes they do that." And he brought up another interspecific hunting behavior that scientists have seen with badgers and coyotes, where they team hunt together.
That's so
I've
interesting.
actually seen footage of it, and it's kind of crazy. It's interesting to see them together because you would not think they would be. And I think people expect, like, oh, why isn't the coyote going after a badger, even though, badgers are super mean and aggressive. But, like,
That's your answer.
it's super cool to see. Like, I didn't realize that other species would do this. So it's interesting that, like, skunks and foxes do that too. Like, that's really
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. I had never heard of this before, and so I was flipping out. And but apparently, according to the mammalogists, it's something they know about.
That's
But the other cool thing about this picture is, can you see a difference here? Like, can you see that this is a different type of skunk?
Oh, is it?
Oh, is it the tail color?
Yeah, the tail color,
Oh.
the markings. And Taylor, do you have the video that was associated with this one? I know it's in your folder.
Would it be with foxes? Probably.
No, it's with skunks.
It was with skunks?
Because the way I had that that camera set up, it takes a picture. It was taking a picture first and then a video. And I kind of thought that they were different lenses and that they would go at the same time, but it turned out that the picture the picture goes first, and then like maybe a quarter second later the video starts. But in that quarter second, like the fox was gone.
No,
But I
that's
got
all I
some really
have.
good behavior. Oh, okay, maybe it's in the AI folder
It
then.
is an AI. Okay. We can
Yeah,
go,
under skunks.
I can
Yeah.
go check for it. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, hydrate, hydrate.
Oh,
Thank you,
2
Opie. Thank you,
hydrates.
Iggy.
Chill
2
out.
hydrates.
Igor.
Oh,
Thank
and
you.
then Narnia actually redeemed points for what sound does a fox make? So anybody want to try that out?
I got that one.
Yes.
So
Here we go,
I
Charlie.
lived on Catalina Island for a bunch of years, and there are foxes out there, and we'd hear them barking. And it's a weird bark sound. It's kind of high pitched, and it goes like, "Wow."
Yeah, I think I've heard them
that's
too.
awesome.
You have on Catalina
No. I've just seen videos and it won't like show you what the animal is and you're supposed to like guess and then they pan over to this like fox just in the yard like barking, doing that same type of noise and everyone's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I feel like anytime I've seen a fox video though, they're like, ah! They're just
Yes.
screaming and like mouth open and looking at each other and you're like, are you good? You know, is that what you do? Okay.
I've never seen that one.
You haven't seen that
Opie's giving you mad props. He said, "Great, Charlie."
There's a lady that I follow. Let me see if I can find her page. But she has foxes, and I think it's Juniper and Fox, and that's what they do.
Juniper.
Have you seen Juniper?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find. She has like all kinds of critters.
She's a beautiful
Let's
fox,
see.
too.
Yeah, she does. I was trying to see if I could find one where the fox is like losing it.
But is it a gray fox or a red fox?
It's this kind of fox.
That's a red fox.
It's a little fox. So I don't know.
That's
Anyway,
different.
they scream. So
We don't well, supposedly there's a native population of red foxes in the Sierra Nevada.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
in a specific region or?
Yes, in a very specific area. And I know a guy that did some of his PhD work on those foxes.
Oh, that's really cool.
That is super cool.
But they're not widespread.
Mhm.
so that's the sound her fox makes.
Okay, but that's
Oh.
that's a fox that's you know how like sometimes animals when they're raised with people they keep like child, like baby behaviors.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's called like neotenic behaviors. Maybe it's like that. And plus that was a red fox, not a gray
Totally
fox.
different. Yeah,
Ah,
totally
yeah.
different fox. And do you know which one? I saw that. Do you know which one in this folder it is?
I was just looking. It would have been like in May.
Let's see. I can't read. This is in May.
Yeah, just cruise through them. That's a striped skunk. That's our friends. That's not a skunk at all. See, these are images that were sorted. This is kind of a subset of videos and photos that were sorted by the artificial intelligence algorithm. And so basically there's classifiers for all these different species. I would be so sad if I didn't put it in here.
This one doesn't want to load.
Oh.
It might be this one. Let me see.
Oh, silly box.
Secret treasure skunks
Download it just so it leaves me alone.
hidden forever.
Here we go. Nope.
Nope, that's striped skunk.
Of course it is. Freaking striped. Where is the thing? Where is it? There it is. Okay. I don't know. I can't see and things aren't loading. Is that it? That might be it.
Yes.
Oh,
Look at it go.
Oh, the little hops.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything that looks like that before.
How cool is that?
yeah. That
I
is so
love
cool.
that.
So anytime you ask me what my favorite animal is, it'll change. It'll never be the same twice. But today, that's my favorite animal.
Oh.
100%.
I gotta see that again. It's so cute.
I love their tails are just so like their hair is just all over like
Mhm.
And when they're threatened, they stand on their front legs and they stick their tail up.
Oh, I love that.
They're
really
Let's
cool.
do some golden eagle.
Yeah.
People were really into
Yeah.
birds earlier, so I
Yep.
think we're gonna.
Quick question for you,
That's
Charlie.
awesome.
Just real quick, we're going to divert real quick.
Yeah.
Narnia expert wants to know
Oh.
if a red panda is a kind of fox. Not sure if that's something you might know.
No, I don't think so. I think they are canids. They're, but I don't know if I don't know how closely related they are.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're.
I'm not the best person for phylogeny questions.
That's fair.
They're in a
Yeah.
species of their own. I just can't remember what species it is.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah. I don't know everything.
Yeah, yeah, me too. I think it's important to like not pretend.
Well, they're actually not even closely related to foxes, even though they're called fire foxes.
Mhm. They sure look like them.
Yeah, they do.
So this is a deer carcass in the Biodiversity Reserve, and I put some cameras on it, and these golden eagles showed up, and it was incredible.
That is
So cool.
that is an absolute bucket list bird for photos for me. Oh my goodness.
You got your burb shirt on and everything.
I got my
talking about
burb shirt on
burbs.
and everything. Yep.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, how cool! I was so thrilled.
Oh, this is even clearer. Look how big.
So we do have local native populations of golden eagle in the area.
I know there's a nest somewhere in Bandy Canyon.
Okay.
But I sent this to some of the eagle biologists from USGS who are tagging birds, and they said these weren't those birds. They said they were different. So those birds that have what are called patagial tags, so they have wing tags that are pretty obvious, pretty easy to see. They're made so that you can see them with binoculars when they're flying. And there were two. So the videos only have one of the birds, but they came back a couple of times. And in some of the lower quality, like I had a cell camera on that carcass, so I could like download the thumbnails on my phone. And in one of them there were two birds.
That is
that's so cool.
Yeah, that was a new one. That's the only time I've ever seen them. So there used to be a pair that nested somewhere in the Biodiversity Reserve. This was before the 2007 fire.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think that's long before I started working here. So I never got to see them. We do have some really awesome birds, though. Anybody who is on eBird probably knows that people see zone-tailed hawks pretty frequently. Okay. At the safari park. I think that's a pretty unique one. People have seen bald eagles close by. And
yeah, it's cool to see the bald eagles when they kind of start to nest around Cuyamaca and stuff. Yeah, but golden eagles, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. They're bigger than bald eagles, correct?
I think they're a hair smaller.
Oh, hair smaller.
If I remember correctly, they're pretty close to the same size. I think you'd be hard pressed to tell them apart. Like I was actually just thinking about this today. A juvenile bald eagle and a golden eagle can look pretty similar, and I think they're pretty close to the same size.
Okay.
Oh, look at the two of them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's the pair. These are just like thumbnails. They're a lot lower quality than those videos, but
it's still super neat.
And this is recent. Yeah. This is just a few months ago.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yep. Springtime. Lots of fun activity out there.
Very cool.
Very excited for that one.
See. Let's pop in for some deer. Deer are nice. It could be fun.
Could be fun. Sure.
Listen, you put them in the folder, Charlie. What do you want me to do?
I mean, with that composition, how can it not be? That's beautiful.
That looks really nice. Yeah.
I love our mule deer. They're so neat.
I actually think now would be a really good time to talk about prickly pear because you do some really cool stuff with prickly pear, and we've been out with you to see that, and it's awesome.
Yeah. So I think the crown jewel of the Biodiversity Reserve is that there's over 200 acres of prickly pear dominated coastal sage scrub. It's like a subtype of that vegetation, and it's just not that common anymore. I think that historically people have kind of undervalued cactus. That, you can't feed it to livestock, and it's hard to recreate in it, and so it's just kind of the first stuff that gets bulldozed. And so now these big stands of mature cactus, I think are pretty precious, and we have a whole bunch of it. And I don't know, like, what do you want to know about the cactus? We do a bunch of cactus related things.
Well, you can
Look at that rack.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. Well, you can eat prickly pear, right? Like they're spiny and it's tough, but you can eat them.
Yeah, I think they're delicious. So if anybody, like if you go to any good Mexican market, you'll find tunas, and those are from a really closely related species to the native species that we have here. The Puntia is the genus, and those are cultivated all over the place. If you drive south of Ensenada on Highway 1, you'll see these huge fields of, oh yeah, there's the baby.
Oh,
Everybody loves the baby.
look at the ears.
Big ol' ears. That's so cute.
Yeah, but the native species are a little, the prickly pears or the tunas from the native species, the fruits are a little bit more tart, I think a little bit stronger flavored. And they're a really important food source to all kinds of animals, like ravens, and foxes will eat them, and people eat them too. And people have eaten them for thousands of years. The Kumeyaay, the native people of this area, they eat them. And we've actually just hosted a prickly pear gathering for people from local tribes, for the last 4 years now. And people come out and they harvest prickly pears and they use them at home. Sometimes
Do you make a lemonade out of them or something? I feel like I remember there's a drink that you make.
Yeah, some of the guys at the Paula Reservation made a really delicious lemonade. People have made wine with them. I got a bottle of prickly pear wine from some friends, and that was really nice. I've never done wine, but I'll eat it fresh.
Very versatile fruit.
And I've made jam.
Have you ever missed a spine and gotten it in your mouth?
So, if you're gonna eat prickly pear, you just have to come to terms with the fact that you're gonna get full of spine. It's gonna happen. They have little hair spines. They're called Glockids, and they're just mean. They're cruel little spines. They're practically microscopic, and yeah, you're almost guaranteed to get them. Ooh. Found something.
Yeah.
A little quick snack.
Yeah.
Maybe a beetle.
A beetle or something. Yeah, just something fun. Something crunchy. When you just want some chips. I feel like that's the Fox equivalent of eating a bag of chips.
There's one of the babies from. Oh, and there's mom provisioning. That looks like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Big rabbit.
Yeah, it's like half her body size.
Yep. There's another rabbit. That's a smaller rabbit.
Wow.
That's very cool. So I think I'm noticing that this specific camera location, it seems like a very heavily traveled kind of corridor for different species.
It's a hot one. It's a really good spot.
Yes.
When you put them up, you're looking for pinch points, places where, like on paths that are commonly used, even really on roads. Like animals love to use roads. Animals love to use trails that people use, ways to get from one watershed to another. This spot, I think it's a pass through area. They're not really hanging out there, but they use it to travel between, it goes up and over a ridge.
Oh, a rat?
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a wood rat.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a really cool species too.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Are any of these MP4s? Yeah, there we go.
That's a wood rat too. This one the fox heard something. It's like those old
The head tilt.
RCA.
That's so wild. All right, where are we going next? We've only got 10 minutes left. Do we want to do Can You Beat the AI, or was there something else we wanted to touch on? We've got rodents, birds, and coyote, I think, that we still haven't hit, and rabbit. Or we can go to Can You Beat the AI and play the game.
I mean, we can always do the game, and then Charlie can come back, and we do more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a great game, but the idea here is that we've pushed all of these images through these species classifiers, right? But sometimes the classifiers get it wrong, especially when the picture's kind of ambiguous. So some of these are pretty obvious, like the AI got it right, and I would imagine everybody here would get it right too. But some of them start to get a little bit fuzzy and a little weird, and that's the reality of trail cameras and camera images. So this one, I don't know if it classified it. Did it classify it as fox or skunk?
Raccoon.
Close enough.
Yeah.
It's a little off. Just a little.
Silly robots.
Silly robots. That's definitely not a raccoon.
It's not a raccoon either.
No, it's pretty not raccoony.
But you can see what it is, right?
Deer. That one was deer.
Like deer.
That
Hey.
looks like a raccoon.
That looks close.
That's a raccoon.
That's a raccoon.
Yeah. That looks
If
like
you-
a raccoon.
Oh, I don't know.
Skunk?
Yeah, my guess is a skunk, I think.
I think you're right. I think that's a striped skunk.
Opie said ghost.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's our friend.
Richard.
Oh, look at that.
It's a Richard or Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Tlacuache.
Tlacuache.
It's just the coolest, like the Mexican Spanish or Nahuatl word for opossum.
That is a cool word. That's way better than
That is
opossum.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We still
What
have
do you
rep-
think? So this
Oh.
is real life right here. This is the kind of stuff that we're normally looking at.
Mm.
I want to say skunk again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the white on the top is making me think that's a striped skunk.
Little
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
legs.
You can see the tail sticking up too if you look
Mhm.
at it. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Wow, we're experts.
Wow. We got it from here,
Yeah.
Charlie. Don't worry about
You
it.
guys are good. This is like, I would say like 60% of the animal images
Ooh.
look like this. What do you think it is?
Hmm.
Here, let me just like look a little
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah, I'll see if I can make it any bigger, but
So there's a
I-
couple of them in here too, and that should be a hint as well.
I think it's a rabbit.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one shiny.
Wait, you gotta go. I gotta go back to the
That's
original.
tough.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh no, I feel the pressure. I don't know. You said there's a couple of them. I feel like it's probably. It looks a little. In my opinion, it looks a little too big for a rabbit. I want to say like a fox.
Any other guesses?
Now I feel like I have to switch it up because I was initially thinking fox as well, but what else can it be?
This is a tricky one.
That is tough.
Well, I was thinking bobcat originally, but I think it's a little too small.
So what are you basing your size estimate on?
I guess kind of like the bushes in the back.
Yeah.
In a way, in the ground, because it looks like the ground's a little bit elevated behind them, just slightly. I don't know though. You're making me question everything now. All my decisions.
Because it looks like a road in that bush and stuff, right? So it looks
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
smaller on a road.
Yeah, but you should have stuck with your gut.
Dang.
It's rabbit. Yeah. Rabbits have that
Dang.
little
Yes.
that banana shape, that little like when they do their hops and the image blurs.
The kind of
Ah,
arc.
Yeah.
good one, Taylor.
I'm so good
You
at
deserve
this.
you deserve
Yeah.
all the points.
I get it. I'm
That is
gonna-
I mean, that's
There's
an incredible
another
skill.
there's another banana with an eye.
Hey,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a rabbit.
It's a banana.
It's a banana.
Please. All right, that's it for that one. So that was raccoon. So let's try gravy. Coyotes, I guess. God bless.
Charlie, how accurate do you think the AI gets it, percentage wise? Do you think it's pretty fairly accurate.
We have those numbers, and I this is all brand new. Like these were
Mm.
just sorted. All of them. This is like our backlog to 2021. There you can see those white eye spots.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Now you
That
got
is
me
so
calling
cool.
them eye spots.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna mess him up.
Well, now that you see them from that angle, they're not like perfect. Tigers are a little more like circular, where that is like a little dipped. But I don't know. I mean, I want to read into it more and see if anyone's studied that. But
Not a coyote.
That should be familiar. Yeah, I mean that. It looks like you've got that canid head, right? But there's something in there that just says fox.
I was about to say that's tricky. That one was
Yeah.
tricky.
How about that?
That's
I think it's another fox.
I mean-
The tail's got me thinking fox.
Oh, it looks like coyote to me.
I know. I was about to say it looks like coyote to me. The coloring of it.
That's definitely coyote.
Dang.
Yeah.
I do want to go back and look at some of the
That's a
coyote
very
videos.
healthy coyote. That is a healthy coyote.
Coyote.
Definitely a coyote. Biggest one you've ever seen in your life. Run into a coyote that big, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
This happens sometimes when there's fog, or sometimes when there's precipitation on the lens.
Mm-hmm.
That's
get
a
some-
fox.
Really blurry images.
Oh.
Is that road cam? Oh, it's two.
That looks like a coyote to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Which we
I feel like we're
didn't.
doing pretty well.
We didn't look at coyotes though, and I kind of want Opie to see that because that's kind of
Oh, like a good coyote.
yeah, like a good
Yeah.
little something. So maybe we'll pivot real quick. Just
Sure.
real quick. Humor me.
There's some really nice. There's a lot of coyotes, so more captures means better chances for really good images.
That is good stuff.
Yeah,
Those eyes. Oh.
Pretty.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
That
Ooh, we
is
got some
cute.
ears.
Hi.
Hi. Bunch of them.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
Oh,
Oop.
gotta take a poop. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yep.
Everybody
That
had to
one.
go all at one time.
Yeah, everybody had to
Yeah.
go.
I love that they do like the digging the dirt afterwards. Like my dogs do it. Like after they go to the bathroom, they're just like, okay.
Yeah, got to scent mark a little bit. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we already did this. I don't need to see a coyote poop more than once, okay? That's
So
enough.
nice. You got to see it twice.
Ooh, look at that color.
Yeah, that is gorgeous.
Get 'em.
Are you seeing specific packs, Charlie, that are kind of coming and going, or are they kind of distributed kind of everywhere?
Good
Just-
question. What I really mostly see is there'll be a bunch of movement over the course of a couple of weeks, and then they move on somewhere else.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we get kind of sporadic captures. He looks confused.
Yeah.
Like, which
I
way
love
was
that it's like a
supposed to
fork in the road, though. Yeah, it's like, which direction do I want to go?
Yeah. Oh,
There it is
see?
again. That's a confusing junction.
go? The map said go straight, but you can't go straight, so I don't know what to do.
Coyotes really struggling with decisions in their lives.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Call Rick and get some life coaching going on for these coyotes. If you come to a fork, you always take.
That's cool. So Opie said that he said very nice coat colors, and it's similar to the wolves that he has over there in Italy. So
Oh yeah,
that's cool that the
That's-
colors are similar.
that is cool. This spot, so you might have seen there's a couple of different videos from this particular location. And they like to scent mark right there. That camera is right on a little low point, so if they're coming down, they can be hidden. You know, it's a fairly flat open area, but there's this one little, I would call it a swale, like a little depression, and the camera's right at the junction of the road in that swale, and so then they cruise down that, and or they're just walking right on the road.
All right, one more.
All right, one more.
Ooh, that's nice.
Ooh.
That's a good shot.
Yeah. Very, very healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, second
Oh.
bonus dog.
It's like they're all stopping in front of the camera, just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Little pose, little pose.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, well, we're at time, but Charlie, thank you so much for joining us and being part of this really cool day and doing something different. It's been really fun.
You bet. I had a great time.
Yeah, we got to learn about some
Yeah,
cool
thank
stuff
you so
today,
much.
mix it up, try some different things, and thank you guys all for joining us for all these different streams we did today. We tried some crazy things and it worked, which is cool. So hopefully that means we'll be able to do more stuff like that. And your support helps us keep doing this. So thank you guys all so much for joining, for being part of this community. It's been really fun for us to be on Twitch and to share this information with you guys. Brian and Kirsten, also thank you for your hard work and for being on these streams. It's been really fun.
It's been super fun. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, yes, special guest. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. So we'll see you. We'll be back online next Tuesday, and we'll catch you then.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
So long.